senior prefect saying the school is collapsing. There's no teacher. He asked him, how about the English teacher? He said, oh, it's wonderful. But the children have told you, no English teacher. The principal is telling you that the teacher is the best they have in the class. That is what is hurting your country. And that is what I'm pleading with everybody. Fella said it. You must die anyway. So, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you die. It is actually better you die doing something noble than doing than dying a coward. We need to tell them no. We need to. It is time. Go to little countries and see how efficient their airport, everything works. Little things. It cannot work in Nigeria. The reason why it's not working is because you have chosen, you don't want to die. It is time for us to die. If you don't want to die in Nigeria, hold them when they come here. They won't kill you here. Protest here. Say no to it here. They will not kill you. We cannot go on this way. In 2007, all our debts were cancelled. All our debts. I'm sure all of you are aware. Obasanjo, Ngozi Welah got all our debts cancelled. 2017, 10 years after, we're owing $60 billion towards what we used to owe. What did we use it for? Senator, I just said 64. We were owing 30 when it was cancelled and we are celebrating. 10 years after, it has doubled. What was it used for? That is the question. Every state today is owing a debt that the next governor cannot. And I said to people, I have been governor for 8 years. We didn't borrow one kobo from anybody. I can say that any Anambra person here can testify to, we have the best road network of any state in Nigeria. Our schools were the best. Dr. Liu had just told you about Nwilo. I don't know Nwilo from Adam. I knew him when I became a governor. He told me he's a heart specialist. That he can do heart operation with this. I said, why don't you come and do it in Anambra State? He told me, there's no hospital where he can do it. I said, you know what you're going to do? Give me the cost of all the equipments you need to do it. And I went to a mission hospital. By the time we calculated, everything came to almost $1 billion. I wrote the check and gave the mission. I said, listen, set it up. He's there, he's working. They haven't operated on me, but they're saving other people's lives. Why will I use that money? Why will I take that money to come and buy a house in Atlanta? Do I live in Atlanta? No. If I come to Atlanta, I pay for a hotel and go. This hotel room cannot cost more than $200 a night. I won't even pay if it's more, because I only want to sleep. And people come here and pay for $2,000 to sleep. If anybody takes $2,000 from me, I will be awake, thinking they're stealing my money. Why will I sleep? It's only to sleep. But people come here, if see a man who has, I can understand Ben Bruce, who has had money all the while, he can tell me the type of hotel he's sleeping. It doesn't matter to me, the name of the hotel. All you want is to sleep. You're not going to buy the hotel. You're not the owner of the hotel. So don't tell me you're staying in Ward of Australia, you're staying in this. A hotel is a hotel. You only want to sleep and wake up in the morning. And people do it with other people's money, not with their own money. You cannot. And that is the waste you see in our place. Nigerians people are using government money to travel first class. Who said if you stay on the other side of the plane, you won't get there? I've been flying all over the world. I don't need to. If I go to the airport, they upgrade me. Good luck. If they don't, you say where because you're using public money. Today, our people charter plane to Abuja. Do you know to charter plane from Enugu, for example, to Abuja is $15,000. It costs you 20,000 in airpiece. Same flight, 20,000 naira, and people will spend 6 million naira for it. And these are people who don't used to enter plane before we voted them in. No, I'm telling you the seriousness of it. For every trip they go, I saw it as a governor. I'm telling you my experience. They will write memo. There's 30 people who wants to follow me to Abuja. Nobody invited these people for a meeting. They have no reason to be in Abuja for anything. I repeat it every day so people can hear it. They come to the airport. They constitute a nuisance to the traveling public because they are the ones who won't allow you to greet people who have just voted you yesterday. Then you enter plane, they cause problem, and you go. So it is important that I want you to come home and invest. There's so much opportunities in Nigeria. If people tell you there's no safe investment, I have done it myself, my dear. There's so many things you can invest in. A Chinese man had just finished building a factory in Nigeria and said the best place to put your money is in Nigeria. IBM Bev, the biggest brewery in the world, the best facility they've done all over the world is the facility they built in Onitsha. It was supposed to return in 6 years. He paid back in 1 year. Wow. Quote me anywhere. Their global CEO came from America to meet me, and I can tell you, I know that very well. I invested Anambra State money in it. We own 10% of it. That 10% today is worth over 20 billion. So I know that. It's easy. You have houses here. You have opportunities of even raising money here. I lived in the UK for 10 years. For that 10 years I lived in the UK, I was working in Nigeria as well. Then it was easy for me to borrow. I can tell you some of those things. It was easy for me to borrow money in the UK at 3% and invest it in Nigeria and get over 15%. People will say, no, about rate of exchange. Buy Euro bonds. It's dollar to dollar. Today you can get 9.5% and you can borrow your dollar for 2.5. Just 100,000. Don't even invest much. That money will do a lot of good to Nigeria. I'm not asking you to, like Farah said, don't come back. Let nobody tell you Chinese people are still here. Japanese people are still here. But you can be here and be part of that change there. I'm not saying those who come back. But the most critical thing Nigeria needs now is to change the characteristics of its leadership. They are the ones that are bringing us into this insult we receive all over the world. If they don't go about living irresponsibly and behaving the way they are doing, our country will be better. If our governors can manage the resources of the state better, there's no way a governor can be owing people salary for 6 and 7 months. But for God's sake, if you can't govern, you leave. People resign from office here. You cannot be there using siren and going about when you're owing people. No, you can't say that. I know there's so many things you can do. I can stay here and tell you so many things we did in Anambra State. Some of you have watched my video, how Obasanjo visited us. If you go to Oka, you see it. They were building presidential lodge when I became governor. How can you build a lodge for president in Oka who doesn't live there? And I said, how are we going to build it? Why are we going to have a house for him here? They say it's in every state. What, for God's sake? What, the president doesn't live in every state. Does every state in America have the presidential lodge? No. So where did we learn this? Does every state have governor's lodge in Washington? No, they stay in hotel. So where did we learn this type of irresponsibility? But they want me to do it in my state. For God's sake, when Obasanjo came, I told him, I went to him and said, Mr. President, you are the president. You have plane. Come in the morning and go in the evening. You don't need to sleep in Oka. What are you sleeping in Oka to do? No, you just come anywhere you want to go. You go and... But you cannot. He insisted he would sleep. His best friend, he insisted he would sleep. His people said he would sleep. I said, I have no place for you. But since you insist, you come and sleep in my house. Where I sleep and I'll go away and sleep somewhere else. When you go, I'll come back. And that's what they did. That's what they did. It will have cost us ₦1 billion to build presidential lodge. But Obasanjo stayed in my own place for 2 nights, and it cost me 100,000 in the hotel outside. For those 2 nights he slept there. And that's what I would spend 1 billion. Since he came, no other president have been there to sleep. 2006. And I've had a house of 1 billion, maintaining it every day, looking after it. When Jonathan wanted to come, I explained it to him. I said, I don't have any place for you to sleep. If you come, you go. Please. You don't need to sleep. You own the whole country. You can come back the next day if you wish. Or you go to neighboring states and sleep. It doesn't matter. And he came, he slept in Asaba. Because they have more money. I don't have it to spend. Only in Nigeria that people use bulletproof car and have 40 police. So what is the essence? And I can go on and on. You won't believe it. Most of your states today have 10 bulletproof cars. 80 million naira each. What for? Nobody wants to kill anybody. Nobody killed me 8 years. Why would they kill you if you're doing the right thing? After all, you live with them. Even if anybody wants to kill you, when you come out of that car, it will kill you. You're not going to live inside it. You don't have a bulletproof body. So, all I'm trying to urge you as I conclude, my dear people, we have a country. The first thing you need to do is to say to yourself, all of us must now question the rascality of our country. That's our first resolution. Number 2 is that I urge you to invest. But the first investment is to change the mentality of the people who live there. Like Fela said, get PVC, tell them who to vote and how to vote, who this is. Number 3 is bring your investments. If you're looking for the best place to invest, it is in Nigeria. There's safe investments you can do. Don't go and give it to your brother who have never learned how to do business and say he's going to start business. He will take it. You see, we have developed that mentality that is in government. Your brother now who lives there think that in America there's a tree where you pluck dollars. So you must change it by showing him these things has to be properly invested. There's so many safe investments. I have somebody who lives abroad who is making a lot of money from Nigeria. And whenever he says to me he wants to come back, I say, don't come back. I advised him when I was chairman of a bank to put in about $500,000. That money today has been over $1.5 million. He's doing very well. But whenever he says to me, oh, Peter, I'm going to pack everything and come back, I say, don't come back here. We're here. What is important is that you be there and be part of that change. You have no other country. If you do the right thing, they don't call China shit country. They don't call Indonesia. They don't even call Philippines. That is the other day. You can look in their face and tell them what you want to tell them and go home. But as long as it remains the way it is today, well, so bad. Yeah, we can feel it. We can feel the pain. We can feel everything. But remember, it is the characteristics of your government that brings such on you. We have no other country. I'm begging all of you, Fela had done it, and just joining him as a younger person, the society we allow them to abuse today will take his revenge on our children tomorrow. God bless you.
Come on, you can do better than that. Come on. Hold on.
So we truly appreciate him, and we'd like to present this on behalf of the NABF to Governor Peter Obi, appreciating him for this notable effort. Thank you so much.